Hey y'all, this is David, the Georgia photographer, and today I'm in Bryson City, North Carolina. Today's plan is to go out and scout a little bit. We're going to get some photos of some elk. We're going to go over to the National Forest, see what we can get into, and we'll scout. I've got a plan. I've come up here because a few weeks ago, me and Teresa came through Cherokee, and we figured out that, or I saw it, there's all these vintage motel signs, like really cool old motel signs. And the motels are all about gone, so they're not going to be lit up. Most of them don't even have neon on them anymore. And what I want to do is get photos of those signs. They're kind of like Route 66 signs, basically. They're from that kind of era. And I want to get photos of those signs before they're gone. Because over time, those things just get taken down and they just go away. And I've got Aaron with me. He's come back in from Indiana, so they've been up here shooting over in Maggie Valley, and now they've come over here with us. And we're just gonna see what we can get into for today and have some fun. But it's a little photo project that I wanted to do. So Aaron's agreed to kind of conspire and help me do it. And we'll just see how this turns out. Yeah, I just threw down the $99,000 lens cap.
Don't forget to blow that out before you put it on there.
Yeah, let's put it in there instead.
You look like you almost got a night footage in there.
Almost. It's kind of small. All right. Now I got him in frame too. Okay, we have the huge herd. I'll see if I can't get some footage, B-roll with my Z as well. They're bedded down because of the sun. I bet the sun on the lens is really helping out too. But yeah, I'm gonna see if we can't get some decent photos. You can see the bull. Okay, go right ahead. I'll take photos of the event.
I'm pretty sure we'll see a lot of people in neon vests chasing you.
All right, let's get some pictures. All right, I'm gonna come over here and get Teresa in frame. There we go.
You want me to, thank you. Do you need some videographer help?
Do I need a videographer? Let's see. Have you got your pictures?
Yeah, I've taken so many pictures of elk in the last 6 months. It's silly.
There. Okay, so here we are with the Z6, the F to Z adapter, the 1.4 teleconverter that fits a F-mount lens, as well as the 500mm phase Fresnel Nikkor telephoto lens. It's compact. If you take this lens hood off, you can see that's 500mm lens. It makes it a lot more palatable of an experience to come out if you've got a lens that is reasonable in size. Yeah, now this one goes to 600. This here's Aaron's lens. Let's see if I zoom it out. To give you an idea, since I'm running the teleconverter, I'm at 700mm. This is 600 on full frame. It's that much smaller than a 600mm telephoto. Now, is this one f5.6 straight through?
6.3.
Okay, so
6 to 6.3.
he does have 2/3 of a stop of light on me then, because I've got f8. So I did lose light. At going to 700, it makes it an f8 lens. So this one does have a little bit of light that mine don't. But yeah, you get the idea. Even racked in, they're pretty much the same footprint. This lens is incredible. The herd is incredible. This is awesome. All right, where else we going? He held his hand up like this.
You know.
Here's one thing I have learned about photographing elk. You really want to photograph them early in the morning, because if you do it in the midday, it's kind of light. I mean, you get pictures of elk, but it's not like it is if you actually get here and there's still frost on the ground, or catch them in the late evening when the sky's turning orange, that epic kind of coloring and all. But it's kind of neat to find them, even bedded down. That's a unique photo that you don't normally get. I downloaded DaVinci Resolve 17, and it has an automatic function to sync external audio now. 16 didn't have it. That was the reason I got 17, and it works.
I think I'm gonna buy it.
You're gonna actually get the actual pro version?
Yeah, because there's a lot of functions that I'd like to use.
Oh yeah. It has, one other thing I wished it had that it don't have in the free version
is the ability to drag a folder of images in and it not auto stitch 3 and 4 of them together at a time into small video clips. It does that to me right now. Well, I haven't tried it in 17. 16 it would. You had to pull them in one at a time to keep them from auto stitching. So.
You know, I was doing some time lapse stuff.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad. What?
Teresa's got the door open on the truck. I thought them people just come out of my truck. Yeah, they just walked around. All right.
They would have opened up the wrong door then.
Okay, here we are. We just got done photographing the elk. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right back down the road this way a little bit. And there's a place called, if I can get across the road without getting killed. Yeah. Say what? Mingus Mill. Here we go. I'm going for it. Yeah. And we're gonna go here. And here is literally right down there. So we're gonna go down to Mingus Mill. I'm gonna run back across and not get killed. And we're gonna actually go see what it is, because neither one of us has ever seen it. So let's go find out. We've come out here to the waterfall, and it's really, really beautiful. Flume and grist mill. It's not a waterfall at all, it's a grist mill. So Aaron's down here metering. He's got the, I think it's a Mamiya 645, and he's doing a light meter reading currently. I've got a bracketed exposure of this so I can get the sky in and get the grist mill and get the foreground shadow detail as well. I'll combine those in post. I think I want to move and get down here in a lower frame. Since he's metering, I'll be able to get the photo I want while he meters his scene up. We've done several compositions. The water flume feeding the mill was by far the most attractive feature of the whole mill. So what we've done now is we're packing up, and Aaron's got his, check this out. That's pretty sweet. Running 120 film. And that's a Mamiya 645, isn't it? Yeah. And he's running the 80 mil?
80 mil F28 with some Ektar 100.
And running Ektar 100. And he's going to take some pictures of the mill proper, the whole thing. This is actually a really beautiful place. The moss on the trees is phenomenal. Let's check this out. It's all over the place too. It's like literally everywhere out here. So he's gonna get his frame. He's up there metering the scene right now, and he's waiting on the tourist to kind of wander out of frame before he takes his exposure. And then see, right now he's metering the darkest parts and the lightest parts, trying to get the whole frame exposed properly. I think I'm gonna do some detail shots of some of this moss. It's really, really pretty. We are finally in Bryson City. We've checked into the B&B. We've got our room. The room that Aaron picked is cooler than ours. Teresa picked an ultra lame room. So we've got the one that is called Prairie something, which basically has a Western theme. His has all these vintage cameras behind a really cool glass display case. It's really cool for a photographer's perspective to see all that. But we're gonna walk down into Bryson City and see what we can find. I've got the CL and 2 or 3 lenses and some batteries. That's why I've got the pack. It's got all the extra stuff for the audio and video in it too. But we're gonna go see what we can find and get into down in Bryson City, probably get some supper, and then get our game plan and head out to get some cool photos. Huh? Aaron says, lies, all of it. It's all lies. So here we go. Let's do this.
Yes, and then I'm gonna get a couple.
We're in the chocolate shop, and now we've got our chocolate and our bottle of water, and Teresa can't figure out how to get out. We just met a gentleman, asked about the channel, said they're gonna look into it, gave him a card. Oh look, they've got a moose. It's really well decorated. Like a lot of usable space in a very tight quarter. Now I'm gonna go outside and be overexposed. All right, now I can breathe again. All right, let's turn the exposure back down to reasonable. Okay, there's Aaron and Christian. Is it Christian? Kristen. Yeah. That was close. That's closer than I've been on most other people's names. And look, Aaron's getting our photo from down the street, so I'm blogging about him taking my photo.
I'm a Randy too.
That's railroad DNA. Let's see. You got your picture? All right. Look, just check this out. Oh man, they welded a pipe vise into the middle of it.
There's camshafts and Volkswagens.
Rear end differential gear, an old pulley. Yeah, there's the camshaft, a starter armature. That's some kind of gauge.
Hold on a minute. Ready for it, Dave?
A working bell. Look at that spring off of a boxcar. Then he locked it out with nuts off of the rail. These are all, I think those are tie nuts that ties the rails down. They're all coated. Huh. Man, there's so much going on in this.
Most people probably have no idea what half that stuff is.
Yeah, the old telegraph insulators. Man, this is amazing. He's got a piece of granite in it right here. Yeah, a piece of granite.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then he's got a piston out of a motorcycle or something. There's a lock.
Yeah, there's another master lock up there too.
Another piston, a whole piston out of a diesel engine or something. Look at the size of the crankshaft journal on that monster.
Armature.
All right, y'all. What you're seeing here is GSMR. That is train lingo for an ASMR system. So if you want to do ASMR but with a train, you come out here to these guys and you ride this one. You buy that, right? Because it's GSMR. Oh, never mind. Okay, just walked into the brilliant sun. I got enough exposure compensation going. All right, what I've got is, let me show you. You got this building, then you got these two old trucks, and you got this little mini silo here, and you got this semi. I was gonna frame between that semi and then this trailer over here, but it didn't work out because there's a huge power line running right through the frame. So what I've done is I've moved down this way, and I'm gonna frame it up to where I get this really cool structure with them trucks in the foreground. And it looks pretty good. So let's get the photo. What today's adventure has been is a photo project I was working on, conceiving, whatever. The last time me and Teresa came up here, what, about a month ago was it? About a month back, we came to Cherokee, and I saw these old vintage hotel signs. And I thought, I really want to take pictures of them at night. So I started scheming at that point, and told Teresa I wanted to come back and do it. And I was going to come last week, and I had to bake a ham last week. And we got a room here in this B&B in Bryson City. Came up, settled in, found a couple of places, found the old part of town and everything. Went and linked up with Aaron and Kirsten.
Krista. Man, I cannot get her name right. Sorry, Krista. If you watch this video, sorry. I have so far called her Christian and Kirsten. Krista. Okay, Krista. Maybe I'll remember it tomorrow morning. We ate breakfast, and then we rode over to the elk herd, took some pictures of the elk, and then we rode around a little bit and scouted somewhat, and then we came back and walked around in Bryson City. Yeah, took a bunch of cool photos. I took the Leica and the 50mm 1.4 out for that, and then we came back. Well, it got dark, so I gathered up the Z6 with the 24-70 f4, you know, the regular 24-70 kit lens that comes with the Z6, and we struck out. Well, Aaron took his Mamiya 640, 6x7 or 645, I think it's a 645, and he shot film. I shot the Z6 and we light painted the signs. I think we got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I got 7 signs total, and then a few other little odds and ends. The El Camino sign was probably the coolest one. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with these photos now that I've captured them. I don't know if I want to print them large or not, but it's just, they're kind of neat. I'm thinking about putting together a little zine of this region. It was a really interesting little idea, and it was kind of fun to see it through. And it wasn't a very big project. Not all projects have to take, you know, 8 years and 12,000 photos and a team of photography assistants and lights and you know, logistics. It can be something as simple as photographing 7 signs at night and light painting them, you know, or it doesn't have to be an uber complicated project to be a unique and interesting and fun event. I mean, we just drove down the road, pulled in the parking lots, got out with our camera and our flashlight and set it up and started taking pictures. We didn't ask anybody. Well, I mean, most of these hotels were closed down or have been shuttered for a long time, so there wasn't anybody in the parking lot. 1 or 2 of them had some power on, but most of them didn't. The El Camino was actually open for business, and we just pulled in, went out in the grass in front by the road, took our pictures. They never said anything. We didn't even ask. I mean, it's kind of obvious what we're doing. We got tripods and cameras, you know. Anyway, if you haven't ever done anything like that, get you a little project going. It doesn't have to be a big one. Just get you a little project and explore a little bit. Come up with something, you know, like I was doing long exposures and light painting and getting the light trails of the cars going by in the road and things like that. And it creates a image that you just can't throw the camera up and take, you know, so it was cool. So until next time, if you haven't done it yet, there's a subscribe button. It's right down there, and there's a like button right beside a little thumb looking thing. Click on that too if you liked it. And until you come up with a project, even if you don't have a project, get your camera out and go take a picture with it, all right? We'll see you later. Bye-bye.